Hello, hello. Today is Tuesday, April 20th. Hopefully this video finds you all in good health. For self-start today, we are having students do this on paper, but at home you guys will have to do it a little bit differently. So what I'll want you to do is go through and list all the possible combinations when you are rolling two dice. So for example, I could get a 1 and a 1. I could get a 1 and a 2. I could get a 1 and a 3, or 1 and a 4, 1 and a 5, 1 and a 6. I could get a 2 and a 1, a 2 and a 2, 2 and a 3. There we go, 3, 2 and a 4, 2 and a 5, 2 and a 6. I could get a 3 and a 1, 3 and a 2, 3 and a 3, 3 and a 4, 3 and a 5, 3 and a 6, 4 and a 1, a 4, then a 2, 4, then a 3, 4 and 4, 4 and 5, 4 and 6, 5 and 1, 5 and 2, 5 and 3, 5 and 4, 5 and 5. This is really hard to do with the mouse. 5 and 6, 6 and 1, 6 and 2, 6 and 3, 6 and 4, 6 and 5, 6 and 6. So those are all the possible outcomes when you roll two dice. So now I can use that information if I need to say how many possible combinations are there to roll a 7. Well, I would have a 6 and a 1, 5 and a 2, 4 and a 3, 3 and a 4, 2 and a 5, and a 1 and a 6. So you can look at it that way. So we can use all of this information for your homework or for a little bit later. For math jokes, there you go. Hopefully you've already read them. For classroom information, a lot of people have asked about last week's yellow homework packet. We will not be turning those in. There was only one worksheet, and I did say that we would limit the amount of homework from last week, so you're welcome to throw those away or do what you want with them. Just a little piece of FYI for something coming down the road. The last day to turn in later missing homework will be May 21st. So that's about a month away. Today is April 20th. The due date's May 21st, so don't wait, get it done. For today, we've done the self-start. Students should be checking your grades. I would encourage you at home to check your grades as well. And for today's practice, we are going to be practicing theoretical and experimental probability. So we talked yesterday with our notes about what theoretical and experimental is. Theoretical is what could happen. So for example, if I flip a coin, I could get heads or I could get tails. Experimental is what did happen. I flipped a coin 10 times and got head 3 of those times. So there was actually an action with it. I flipped the coin 10 times, whereas theoretical is just what could happen. So there's the difference between the two. So we're going to start off by practicing some theoretical probability. So we need to write the probability for each color as a fraction. So we're going to start with grape. Well, if I look at it, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 grapes. So I'm going to put that down here. And I'm going to put that over the total number of pieces in the box. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the probability of pulling out a grape piece of candy would be 4 out of 12. You could simplify that down as well to 1 out of 3, 1/3. For cherry, it looks like I have 1, 2, 3 cherries in the box. So 3 out of 12 are cherry, which you could simplify if you wanted down to 1/4. The lemons, it looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lemons out of 12 pieces. So that's theoretical. If I were to randomly pull out a piece, I would have a 4 out of 12 chance of getting a grape, or a 3 out of 12 chance of getting a cherry, or 5 out of 12 to get a lemon. So for practice today, I've got 3 different things that help us with probability: spinner, dice, and coins. So I have pulled those up already. So we're going to start with the spinner. So you will notice that I have 6 different colors on this spinner. So theoretically, I would have a 1 out of 6 chance of pulling any of those colors. So I would have a 1 out of 6 to get to spin a blue, a 1 out of 6 to get a yellow, and so on and so forth. Now, experimental says I actually spin it. So I'm going to spin it 11 times. And here's the results. So out of 11 spins, I got 3 blues, 3 yellows, 0 cyan, which is this color right here, 1 red, 1 purple, and 3 limes. So now I could start answering questions like, what was the experimental probability of getting a blue? Well, it was 3 out of 11. So I got a blue 3 times out of 11 tries. So experimental for purple would be 1 out of 11. Cyan would be 0 out of 11. So I could change that and put in a different number then. How about 60 times? Well, here's my results. So this time I got blue 13 times. So now my experimental probability would be 13 out of 60 since I spun it 60 times. My purple now, instead of what it was earlier, is now 8 out of 60. Cyan, which I didn't get any last time, I got 12 this time, so now it's 12 out of 60. But my theoretical stays the same. There's still only 6 colors, so my theoretical is still 1 out of 6. But my experimental is now based off of the number of spins that we do. For a dice, oh well, that didn't work very well. So we'll skip that. How about a coin? Yeah, sometimes it fails and we just go with it. So a coin has 2 sides. It has heads and tails. So theoretically, I have a 1 out of 2 chance of getting a heads and a 1 out of 2 chance of getting tails. Theoretically, that could happen. But experimentally, let's say I flip the coin 25 times. And here's what I got. Tails, tails, heads, 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 so on and so forth. So I'm just going to turn it into a table so we can see it a little bit easier. So experimental probability, I flipped it 25 times and got heads 12. So that means my experimental probability would be 12 out of 25. My experimental for tails would have been 13 out of 25. So let's try it again. Let's do 7. So 7 flips. So out of 7 tries, I get 3 heads and 4 tails. So my experimental for this would be 3 out of 7 for heads, or 4 out of 7 for tails. So there you go. There's kind of an example of what experimental and theoretical probability is. Hopefully that helps with your homework for today. If you have any questions, contact your teacher through email or Canvas. Have a great day, and we'll see you back soon.